nice and loud. Who would like to read it nice and loud? Eliza, thank you.
According to dictionary.com, a comet is essentially a central mass surrounded by dust and gas. Based on this definition alone, it seems as though the choice of mascot is not a proper representation of the greatness that is Coolidge Middle School. Frankly, our students have a lot to offer. We practice the core values of respect, responsibility, and honesty. We are a symbol of strength and persistence, and we take positive risks to help ourselves and others. Whatever we choose for our school mascot to represent these attributes. In other words, we are much more than just a solid central mass surrounded by dust and gas. For these reasons, the Coolidge Cupids would be the perfect choice to serve as our new school mascot.
Excellent, and I'd like to thank Ms. Wass for the Coolidge Cupids idea. What I would like you to do in your small groups first, okay? There are a list underneath of 3 things that I would like you to underline and then label. You're going to look for my interesting lead, my background information and summary of ideas and reasons, and my thesis statement, so my clearly stated topic. So in your small groups, I'd like you to underline and label those 3 things. Go ahead.
What's with the dictionary?
Okay, so I think I'm going to mark my interesting lead in yellow, okay? I'm going to underline background information, summary of reasons in blue, okay? And I am going to underline and put a star next to my thesis statement, okay? So, who can tell me what my interesting lead is in my very special introduction paragraph? What is my interesting lead, Santi?
According to dictionary.com, a comet is essentially a central mass surrounded by dust and gas.
Okay, so I decided to open with a definition. Excuse me, which is a choice for you. Okay? My interesting lead carries on a little bit. How did I expand my interesting lead? How did I expand it, Owen? What else did I say?
Based on this definition alone, it seems as though this choice of the mascot is not a proper representation of the Coolidge Middle School.
Excellent. Thank you for the accent. My next question is, so that's my interesting lead. I used a dictionary definition and I explained it a little bit. We can't just include the definition and then move on. We've got to explain it. How about how do I know, who can tell me what I'm going to write about in my paragraph? What's going to be my reasons? What do you think? Julia? Okay, so I know one paragraph I'm probably going to talk about respect, responsibility, and honesty, and how Cupids relates to those core values. What else am I going to talk about? Who can tell me what else I'm going to talk about? What else did you underline for reasons and background information, Abby? Okay, symbol of strength and persistence. What else? Come on, guys, stay with me. We're all together here. What else did you think was going to be another one of my reasons, Eileen?
We take positive risks to help others and to help ourselves and others.
Okay. So those are going to be 3 of my body paragraphs about how the Cupids represent our school and why we should pick them. Then I have some more background information. What else? What other background information did I include? Julia?
You said, what if we choose for our school mascots to represent the attributes?
Yeah, so I'm talking about what our school mascot sort of should represent. Okay, and then what else did I say? In other words, Eileen?
In other words, we all essential math surrounded by dust and gas.
Excellent. Okay. Now, where is my thesis statement? Where is my thesis statement that I'm going to underline with a star, Eliza?
The Coolidge Cubits would be the perfect choice to serve as our new school mascot.
Okay, excellent. So those are the pieces of my intro paragraph. They're all there. Now, the next thing, do you have a question, Owen?
No, I
Okay.
just wanted, no, actually, I just wanted to say when you were in blue, you weren't highlighting over the words.
Right, I know. I was just
Okay.
underlining. Remember how we don't correct adults? Okay? Thank you. Okay. The next thing I want you guys to look for, if you'll notice, our paragraph flows very nicely, right? It doesn't sound like it's choppy. I use lots of transition words and phrases to make sure my paragraph flows. So I want you to have that writer's toolkit out, and I would like you to go through and circle the transition words and phrases that I used in my intro paragraph. Okay? Circle the transition words and phrases. So who can tell me the very first transition word that I have that connects my first sentence to my second sentence? Helps connect my first sentence to my second sentence, Matt Percy. Well, I can't really use a transition word at the very beginning of my entire essay because I don't have anything to transition from. But good try. Maybe somewhere else in the paragraph if I used according to, right? Owen?
Based on this definition.
Okay. So based on this, okay, do you see how those words connect the sentence before with the sentence that I am currently working on? Cammie, what else?
Frankly.
Frankly. Okay. What else? Eileen.
In other words.
Excellent. In other words. And there's one more, Ryder. Sure, that could be one. Yep. Connecting whatever we choose with this, right? Julia? For these reasons. So I just talked about my reasons up here, and now I'm connecting that last sentence with the sentence before it. Questions on an introduction paragraph. Does that kind of help you understand what the purpose of an introduction is? Was that helpful? Okay, because I know we were struggling a little bit yesterday. So, for the rest of class today, I'm going to hand out your writing